to my channel. Today's video is going to be an SPF roundup. I didn't want to call it my SPF favorites or whatnot. It's more of a recommendations video because it does change every year. When I try new SPFs and others maybe don't work anymore or fall off, and so it's constantly evolving. But this is my current kind of stash of SPFs, and I have tried all these, tested all these. Now, I don't spend a ton of time in the sun, like I'm not a huge beach goer or whatnot. So, but I have used all these and I haven't burned with any of them. There are some that are more, that are better for when I do go to the beach or if I'm going to be outside at a park all day, in an amusement park or something, and I'll kind of lump those together. Everything else is pretty great for just out and about, for a few hours or under makeup or whatnot. Now, this is all for the face. I didn't really felt the need to do, like, maybe I'll do a separate one for body, or I'll throw it into another video. Because typically when I apply my face SPF, I'll like pull it down like all the way my shoulders and like my décolleté and everything. So it covers, I don't know, was that the top third, top quarter of my body? And that's always my first priority. So let's get started. We'll start with one that I've been using probably the longest. And this is the Murad Oil-Free Moisturizer SPF 30. I use this, my mom uses this. Even though it's oil-free, it's quite hydrating, so she can use it. She has drier skin. I can use it. I have more combination skin. It is not very mattifying, though. So this is more of, it feels just like a regular hydrating moisturizer with an SPF 30. Wears beautifully under makeup, but if you do get very shiny or extra greasy, like really, really shiny or greasy in the summer, this, even though it's oil-free, the texture does still have still moisturizing. So it's not as mattifying as some of these others. So this may be a better option for those with oily skin or combination skin, maybe in the cooler months or on a not so hot day. But if you have drier skin, this is really, really nice. It really helps to give the skin some hydration and moisture in addition to the SPF. Dermalogica Oil-Free Matte SPF 30. Now I have a few mattifying SPFs. Now this one I really like. I don't love, but I like it a lot. Enough to include in this video. It does a good job of mattifying the skin. It can be a little drying. That's why it's not on my favorites category for the mattifying aspect of it. But it has, you know, it's SPF 30. It's great also for acne-prone skin. This is definitely one that I find that when I break out, this is one that I reach for because it is much better for kind of problematic or acne-prone skin. And it does have that more mattifying look and feel when it's on the skin. All right, let's talk about some mattifying ones that I really, really love. The Shiseido Urban Environment SPF 42. So random, like SPF 42. Everything's like 30, 50, 15, 42. This is my absolute favorite for mattifying the skin. It wears beautifully under makeup. I can go outside with this, and I do find that it really works well if I'm going to be out and about for long periods of time. Like when I went on our trip last year and we were out for most of the day and I would have makeup on, I found that this worked beautifully under it, but also really helped to keep me from burning. And it's just fantastic. It's a very runny, liquidy texture, so it feels a little bit more like a sunscreen and less like a moisturizer, but I've gotten used to that feel. And it doesn't leave too much of a whitish cast on the skin. There is a slight whitish cast, but not too much. But it's just absolutely fantastic for under makeup and for mattifying the skin. That has got to be my favorite one. The Tatcha Pore Perfecting Sunscreen, SPF 35. Now, I really enjoy this one because it does what it says. It helps to pore perfect. So it has this like slightly blurring effect on the skin in addition to mattifying the skin. So this is also a great makeup primer to wear underneath makeup. I probably wouldn't pull this out, let's say if I was going out for a long period of time, because I don't find that it would give me, I did find that I burned a little bit like around my hairline, which I always do when wearing this. And that could have been just because I didn't apply enough up there or whatnot, but I don't think of this as like a heavy duty SPF. I think of this as like everyday running errands underneath my makeup. It is just, but it does leave your skin looking beautiful. It's not, doesn't have too much of a whitish cast on the skin. It tends to like kind of disappear right into the skin. And it's a little more, it's a little thicker and creamier than, let's say, the Shiseido. So it feels a little bit less like a sunscreen. Okay, this. Now I've talked about this. This is a new edition, the Kate Somerville Uncomplicated SPF 50. SPF spray and makeup. It's an SPF and makeup setting spray. Stuff is unbelievable. I like this because you can add it over top of makeup. It helps to blur the skin instantly. It's like a soft focus makeup setting spray, but it also mattifies the skin instantly and gives you an added SPF of 50. This is great for me. I love this after my makeup's all done and I'm already wearing an SPF. Let's say I'm going out and I know I'm going to be out for quite some time and I'm like, I just want a little extra protection. Or I just like the mattifying properties of it. But also, it's great because it's portable. You can bring it with you. And I like it just because I can reapply. I can't really reapply most sunscreens if I'm wearing makeup. If I'm not wearing makeup, sure. But this one I love because it allows me to constantly reapply and get a little bit extra added bit of protection throughout the day. I just love that one. All right, where am I going next? Okay, this one is probably my priciest one, but sadly, it is one of my favorites, and it is the Sunlea Age Minimizing Sun Care SPF 50 by Sisley. Now, if you followed my blog or my videos for quite some time, you know I've talked about this sunscreen for years. Ever since I first tried it, it literally just blew my mind. It blew my mind because it has, if you hate the feeling of sunscreen on your face, you like everything feels too greasy, everything feels like a sunscreen, this product feels like one of the best moisturizers I've ever felt. It's just a great, nice, light, medium weight cream that immediately disappears into the skin. It hydrates, it helps moisturize, and doesn't leave your skin very matte or very shiny. It's just more of like a natural finish. And it's just, it is like a moisturizer texture that I would love most of my other moisturizers to feel like. That is how wonderful this is. And it gives SPF 50. I have worn this alone. I've worn this when I go to the beach. I've worn this to like amusement parks, and it really does give me great sun protection. It is exceptionally pricey. I am not gonna lie. That's why I have all these other ones as well, but I know many of you have sent me messages and left comments that you did purchase this and did splurge on it, and it did kind of blow your mind as well. So that's the good thing is I mean, obviously it's super pricey. Sisley products typically are, but it really, there's just everything about it is perfection. I love that it gives great sun protection, but feels amazing on the skin and works so well with so many different skin types as well. And has no whitish cast. I don't find that it has much of a whitish cast on the skin. It's not as invisible as some sunscreens, but it is probably one of the least ones that I have here that doesn't give a whitish cast. Okay, this is one of my newer ones as well, the Murad City Skin Age Defense SPF 50. This is a mineral sunscreen. I like this. It's a very liquidy sunscreen, very lightweight, gives more of a natural finish, not too matte, not too shiny, dewy, hydrating. It kind of falls right in the middle, but it's like a peachy color. So when I first tried this, I put it on and I was like, oh, my skin looks like it has a little bit of foundation on it. It didn't give coverage. It just took down any redness, any type of like, I don't know, discoloration. It just kind of made things look a little more even. And that's what I love about this, is it does have that peachy effect, so it has a color correcting tint that helps to even toned and boost radiance. I don't know, to be honest with you, I don't know how that would work on all different skin tones. Obviously it works for me. I haven't gotten any feedback from anyone with a darker skin tone that has tried this, whether it helps to slightly even out the skin. So if you have tried this and you have a darker skin tone than me, please leave me a comment and let me know, has it worked for you or not worked for you? So, because I can only give my opinion, but sometimes it's great to hear from other people whether that aspect works for everybody. Okay, let's see, what am I at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, this Shiseido, this is the Ultimate Sun Protection Lotion, SPF 50, face and body, water resistant, blah, 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 wet force, 50 plus. It's like, it's such a long name. Like, I get it. So I just love Shiseido SPFs in general. They tend to be the runniest, and they tend to have that feel like a sunscreen in your hands. I don't find that my skin ever has any residue, but it's definitely not like a moisturizing cream. It definitely feels a little bit runnier, like a sunscreen. However, for me, they dissolve right into the skin or disappear right into the skin. I never have any residue. They never make me greasy or shiny. And these are like the workhorse sunscreens. I wear this one especially. The Urban Environment I like under makeup, and I will wear it alone sometimes. This one has a little more, slightly higher SPF, and it is water resistant. It's for the face and body. I like this one for amusement parks. I've worn this one to the beach. I wear this one out and about when I know I'm going to be out all day. I can use it under makeup. I have so many others that I probably would use a different one under makeup. So this is more of an activity-based sunscreen. It is for the body. It's tiny though, so I probably wouldn't use it for the body because I'd go through it so fast. But I would use it like face, décolleté, you know, chest, and then maybe my arms. And all right, the MD Solar Sciences Mineral Cream SPF 30. So what I love about this one is the one that I bring to the beach. In fact, there's like tons of sand in here because it has been everywhere with me. And this one I absolutely loved at the beach. I don't know, I brought it with me one time and I put it on and my skin just looked kind of like, looked radiant and just kind of had this fresh look to it, and it stayed. I didn't get any sunburn. And, oh, that's right, I was breaking out at the time, and it was suited for all skin types, including acne and rosacea. And I was finding that some sunscreens I was trying were making me burn or break out, and this did not at all. So this is still one of my favorites, and one that I really, really reach for and bring with me for activities and beach. I wouldn't wear this under my makeup. It has a little more of a color to it, a slight peachy tint, so there's no whitish cast for it, but I don't like the way it wears under makeup. It tends to make things like slip and slide a little bit, and I don't like that. So this is typically only activity-based. All right, final one, First Aid Beauty 5-in-1 Face Cream, SPF 30. If you want to combine your moisturizer and your SPF, this is the one. This is absolutely beautiful. It's a medium weight texture, wears beautifully under makeup. It works well spring, summer, fall, and winter. That's what I love. I can really use this in the dead of winter when things are really cold out, and it really helps to like nourish my skin and make it, and to hydrate it, which is really great. I don't find that it has a whitish cast at all, and like I said, it works well under makeup. All right, that is all 10. I did have some, I brought this one, this Sports BB by Shiseido out. I pulled this out as well. This has more of a tint, so it is a little bit more of like a BB cream. I enjoy this, but the tint sometimes is a little off for me based on my coloring at the time of the year. So I don't wear this as much. I like the other two Shiseidos better. But I have tried it and I do like it. And then the Supergoop SPF 50 Everyday Sunscreen. I have really been enjoying this. It's a little bit, the texture is, I don't know, like a medium texture. And it tends to just blend well into the skin, disappear into the skin. I don't know, it didn't make my top 10, but I felt it was worth mentioning. All right, top 3. If I had to pick, which would I pick? Okay. For sure, Shiseido Urban Environment, SPF 42. Oop, wrong side. I will never, ever, 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 ever be without this SPF. It is my favorite. If I could chalk all the rest away, to be honest, I would if I had to. That's be the one that I would choose first. Then, the Sicily. It is an arm and a leg, but it is gorgeous. And I use it very sparingly. Obviously, I cover my whole face, and it's enough to, you know, protect me, but I do make sure to use it very as sparingly as I can to get away with covering my whole face. It's absolutely magnificent. The texture, the way it wears on my skin, the way it makes my skin look. I can wear it all year round. It's perfection. And then the Kate Somerville. And I picked this one. I love a lot of these other ones. It was between this and the Tatcha, but the Shiseido I like a little bit more for mattifying than the Tatcha if I had to choose. But the Kate Somerville, it checks off so many boxes, and it's the only one that I have that's portable, and it's, I don't know. I love that it's a makeup setting spray, but I love that I can keep reapplying even if I'm trying a sunscreen. I'm like, uh-oh, this one's not working, you know. I can grab this and bring this with me and just constantly touch up throughout the day. So those are my top 3. Hope you found this helpful. I'd love to hear which SPFs you're loving right now. And there's one that I'm really wanting to try. And it's like Elta MD. I'll link it below so you know which one it is. That one I think I'm going to order because I've heard people rave about it and it's actually a really good price point. So I think I might test that one out and get back to you guys. All right, hope you found this helpful and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.